Hey, fellow vermicomposters. Today we're going to be getting into the top 5 tips on raising worms. And the first most important tip is going to be the bedding. And you want to shred up cardboard and remove the stickers and labels. And the finer the cut, the better. Mix it with peat moss. You can sift it if you want to get the fine pieces out. I don't. And you want to get it wet as a wrung out sponge, and when you see a few drops left, that's about perfect, and then you want to go from there. The second most important tip is going to be moisture, and you want to keep it, like I said, a wrung out sponge, and you want to keep it decently wet. And if you want your worms to reproduce, you have to keep them extra wet, but you don't want to drown them, so you do want a drain hole of some sort so the water doesn't flood them because they can drown. Number 3 is going to be food, and what we feed our worms is a mix of grains ground to a fine 1/8-inch powder mixed with vegetable scraps, and we try to do a puree with a little bit of molasses on top because they do have a sweet tooth, believe it or not. So I try to treat my worms the way I would like to be treated. So, and with the food, you would water it on top a little bit once you've fed them. Now, temperature is going to be your number 4 tip, and you want to keep temperature between 40 and 90 degrees. You're better off keeping it in the middle range of that, and you want to keep it well ventilated. If you don't ventilate them, they will suffocate because they breathe through their bedding. So as long as you're keeping them shaded or in a nice spot that don't get too crazy heat, you should be good. And tip number 5, last but not least, is going to be shelter. And you want something that's going to keep the sun off of them, the moisture locked in, your worms kept in, raccoons and pests out. So you want to put lots of ventilation holes, and if it's outdoors, you want to put window screen mixed with 1/8-inch hardware cloth, because raccoons and stuff and moles will eat them. So try to keep all that tidy. And right here in the video that you've been seeing has been pure red wiggler stock for the most part. And as you can see, they are very happy with what I'm telling you how to raise them, and we take care of upwards of 120 pounds of worms. So but anyway, we keep a heat mat on them to keep them nice and warm, and that's a nice light feeding right there after about a day. And as you can see, they do all worm ball and get together. The red wigglers do, and eat the pumpkin, and they also like it for the hot compost, and that keeps them safe in the wintertime, because right now it's almost December. So you keep them warm with the food scraps in the wintertime, and they eat the cardboard is their food and bedding. And I keep the Reflectix insulation panel with black poly sheeting on top to lock in the moisture, and it keeps the sunlight off the worms, and the worms will follow the moisture, and so they're always on top where the moisture is. And so they can probably breathe better, and I feed on top, and that way I know when it's time to feed again. And you don't want to feed them if they still have food. So what I do is a light feeding on top every 3 days. And there you have it, folks, your top 5 tips for worm farming success. If you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe for more, and comment what you think about it or your tips. This is Harley's Worms, LLC, signing off. Happy worm farming, everyone.